What is that? Ground carapace. Oh, okay, never mind. I still don't recognize all the little shapes yet. And we got an infestation pit going up as well. Man, these roaches are going to do a lot of damage. He pulls the SCVs very intelligently. PainUser were trying to move up to this expansion to hold on to it, and then he's going to have to bring all of his forces back to deal with these roaches now. Losing some SCVs in the process. Those roaches are going to go down, though. So that's an interesting place for the infestation pit. Just right out in the middle of the open, where a random attack could come and kill it very easily. And look, he's transferred some of those drones down to these high-yield minerals now. Very, very nicely done. But it looks like PainUser is actually going to be able to take his gold pretty quick as well. He's just working off a skeleton crew at this point. Just a few tanks and a few Marines and Marauders. To hold this base, he's probably going to morph that into a planetary fortress, though, because he's going to need it to... I mean, once you have the 2 orbital commands, yeah, there we go. It's kind of all you need. It's all you ever see players get either. Oh, Ling's coming in right before the depot wall came up. He's going to have to run his SCVs again, and he's going to need to bring back something to deal with these Zerglings. That is a decent little clump of Zerglings. Looks like they are going to get chased out, but causing a lot of distraction. Building up a lot more Zerglings here as well. Does he even have a Baneling nest somewhere? Banelings... I mean, when he has a lot of siege tanks, it makes sense to not go for the Banelings, I suppose. But sometimes you just need a few Banelings. You know, what happened to the drones? Oh, he put them on gas. Sometimes you just need a few Banelings in your army, you know, in case they come out with a bunch of Marines. You can at least force them back that way. But we do have Infestors out now, and those are going to be just as good as Banelings, if not better, actually. Although they actually can be good with Banelings. Here they come. Oh, they're going to get a fungal off. Nice fungal on those stimmed Marines. Very weak. Are going to get totally slaughtered by those roaches. Another fungal to keep those Marines from running away back to the main army. And look at this. He's now all tanks right now. And he's going to move out with just a few Marines, which can be risky if they've got a Spire. But there is no Spire anywhere. So this could be very effective. He needs to get the right siege off, though. He needs to make sure he's spotting the right... But we're going to see a counterattack coming around the back here. I was going to say, I hope he doesn't go for this planetary fortress. He's actually going to go all the way around the back and attack this natural expansion where PainUser doesn't have very much. He's going to pick off that hatchery pretty quickly with all those tanks and some Marine Marauders as well. Anyway, CatZ revealing his attack here at the back by attacking these depots is going to make PainUser stim and run all the way back here. He's going to try and get over here before these Lings do too much damage. He is pretty low on SCVs actually at this point because he hasn't been producing a lot of them. He's transferred a lot of them over here to this high yield minerals to try and get as much intake as possible in there as he can. And CatZ just doing really well at harassing, but obviously not well enough since losing his high yield minerals. Still mining long distance from that actually. And what are these guys doing there? I'm not sure what these Infestors are up to at this point. Finally, okay, he's going to get that base back up again. So PainUser are actually in a pretty good position. I'm surprised he's not trying to push a little bit. I mean, I guess that harassment has kind of kept him back somewhat. So that makes a lot of sense. Well, never mind. I'm not surprised because he doesn't really have a very large bio army. He kind of needs to wait until he gets some more of that before he can really push out, especially with that many Zerglings and Roaches actually. Well, he's got a lot of siege tanks. The siege tanks will be able to deal with the Roaches pretty easily, and somewhat with the Zerglings. Anyway, it's kind of close to call. I don't think either player can attack the other right now. PainUser could go out for an attack, but if he loses the attack, then he'll lose the game. I think it's better for him to sit back and try and uh-oh, what's going to go on here? Is he going to go? Oh, he's going to spot with one and fungal the the SCVs. Wait, oh, fungal does it do 36 damage? Oh, wow. Okay, so 36 damage. SCVs with 45 hit points, they retain 9 hit points, I guess. So I guess he was going to try and fungal the SCVs and then throw infested Terrans in there to finish them off. It almost worked. He killed a few SCVs actually. Now the second fungals are going to kill more. But PainUser going for a counterattack. He says, whatever, those are just a few SCVs. I'm going to go for your high yield minerals. And CatZ is trying to not engage at this point. He's trying to build up as much forces as possible before engaging. And it looks like PainUser is just going to be content with that. He's just going to go home and chill. Still not many SCVs though. He didn't have very many SCVs to begin with. He's killed a lot of them. with those attacks there. It looks like he's rebuilt some at his main there. May transfer those back down again. But anyway, what's he going on? Okay, I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe he was just seeing if there was a base, an extra base up there. Might as well check that way. Anyway, so PainUser in a pretty good position. He's doing a very consistent job of taking out this high yield mineral base as soon as it gets up. Well, a little bit shortly after, oh my goodness gracious, I did not see that coming. Wow. Oh my god. 3 armor on these +2 upgraded, +2 armor upgraded. And I'm sorry, I'm totally missing a huge attack. He actually goes in with a, let me actually go back for just a moment so we can catch that little attack here. He's going to go in with his bio army while I was being astounded by the Ultralisks and just snipe this hatchery. Look at that, targets the hatchery down. The drones are probably not going to get away either. Oh man, that is just brutal, losing tons and tons of drones, and here they come, and this is where you want at least a few banelings. If you can surround that force, yep, never mind, not gonna happen. Gonna lift up and run away. Cannot engage those Ultralisks. Well, Marines are pretty good against Ultralisks, I suppose, depending on the situation. Ultralisks, you know, if they can get up close to you, they have that cleave, and if you can get a surround on a small group of Marines, they can own them pretty quick. But if you have a critical mass of Marines, then they just do too much damage too quickly, and the Ultralisks just die very, very quickly. You know, despite, oh my god, they got the armor upgrade, 6 armor! 6 armor, that is ridiculous. PainUser only at +1 weapons, actually. Here comes those Ultras now. Zergling's coming in as well. Roach is behind. Where's the fungal growth? Fungal growth is going to go down as well. I don't know. I think there's a fungal, but Ultralisks are barely... There's the fungal going down. He's trying to get him with the Ultralisks. The Ultralisks are slowly getting whittled down. He's down to 1 Ultra. So much... Oh, and that is why so much damage being dealt from behind by those extra tanks. PainUser holds that counter... Well, not really counterattack, and PainUser is just doing a brilliant job every single time. He's just consistently pushing out, taking out bases, and falling back, taking out bases and falling back and regrouping, taking out bases, etc. And he has now killed the high yield minerals like 4 times. He's killed that base 4 times now, I think, and this one once as well. So he's just doing a beautiful job of limiting the economy of CatZ. Wow, 6 armor on those guys, but only, this is the key here, is 6 armor, only +1 weapons on these Marines. They're only doing 1 damage a shot, because this is going to block 6 worth of damage. So they're only doing 1 damage a shot to those Ultralisks, which means ponage, basically. That is when the Ultralisks are very effective. I mean, even though they're only doing 15 damage versus light, oh my gosh, look at all these Overlords just getting owned up. Here they comes, more Zerglings and Roaches coming after him. You might need to lift off. No, the tanks siege up though, trying to kill the Ultralisks. They are going to do a lot of damage. The Ultras targeting the tanks don't do quite as much damage as they could have. I think in this situation, and I'm not certain, but I think in this situation with the low upgrades for the infantry, those Ultralisks could have done a little bit more of damage against the infantry instead of going for the tanks. Could have splashed as well. And Vikings out. Maybe he spotted a Greater Spire that I have not spotted. There we go. Yep, Greater Spire morphing right now. So he is going to try and go and go for that instead. Wow, this Ultra is taking lots of shots as it heads in, but it's just going to die. Some reinforcements finally coming in here. He's going to be able to reinforce his position. I think PainUser is going for the kill right now. He is slowly pushing in. He's only got 6 tanks left, so if he can do something about those tanks, that would be horrible, and that's why you don't put your infestation pit in your natural choke. Mulisks are out. I'm not sure what the Mulisks exactly are for. Maybe, oh, they're for taking out the medevacs? No, I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but it looks like he's going to try and get the tech he needs. Some Broodlords will be perfect right now, but he's just not quite in time. So GG coming from CatZ. Very nicely played by PainUser. A little bit behind on the upgrades there, but it did not matter. He just macroed like a fiend and just did very, very, very consistent job of running up and just sniping bases all over the time. If he let CatZ get away with those bases, CatZ would have run away with the game. But because he was able to consistently shut down those bases, make him rebuild them, PainUser able to take the match. Very, very exciting game. Let's move on to game 2.